Dwayne, Bruce, anyone want to get going? Mike? Tracy, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Buddy, back-to-back games like this, I mean, how tough does that get to be on you, and how tough does it get to be on the players at this point?
Well, they're all competitive, Trace, and those are, this series was hard fought, both sides. Last night's game was tough. Today's tough, but it's all part of competing. Two professional teams going at it, guys playing hard. Somebody's going to come out on top, and it's emotional. Our guys, you've watched it. You've watched this team, this group of players. They're fighting like heck as a group. But again, there's been hard losses in all these guys' lives at all different levels. The beauty of this game is you come back tomorrow and you got another game. And we've been pretty resilient. We'll see. But we've always sort of bounced back. I thought, today we bounced back pretty well after last night. Sensa gave us a great start. We were in position, and then the bullpen had a tough day. And at the end, like last night, we couldn't get that big hit, to get us back to even or take the lead.
The other tough part, I think, would be pass ball, wild pitch, those type of things add up. Is that almost more difficult than a home run?
Well, tough day for the bullpen. Yeah. Being in those guys' shoes, that's tough, right? And my relationship with catchers over the years as a pitcher, it's tough when that happens. They're feeling it. They care. That's tough, right? In a lot of ways, we talk about not beating ourselves, and on the mound tonight, late in the game, we beat ourselves, and that's something that we preach not to happen. Think the other team beat you. At a 162, this is the game that we beat ourselves on the mound.
Thank you, sir.
Patrick Saunders?
Buddy, I got in a little bit late. We were on deadline, so I apologize.
No need to apologize. I got in early. We got to get on a flight to San Diego.
I understand. So I'm not exactly sure what Tracy asked you, but regarding the bullpen, I just heard what you said about it beating itself. Was it the walks mostly again that has bothered you? And if so, why so many walks in crucial moments?
Right. Again, I'm not in the pitcher's minds, right? Maybe better question for those guys if you ever talk to those fellas. But leadoff walks, right? Yancey, leadoff walk. Michael, leadoff walk. Those will come back to Anji, right? There's a couple walks in there by Michael. There's a hit by pitch. Yancey, I believe, 2 walks. So it can't happen. It really can't. Whether the pitchers are trying to be too fine. Again, we've had this conversation before over many, many years in this game as pitching coaches, as managers, as bullpens. So again, we need to be better strike throwers. We need to be able to throw a strike when you need to on a full count, on 2-0. Those sorts of things. You hear me talk about pitching principles. There's a number of guys who are not adhering to that. We got to get to that.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Does anybody else have anything for Buddy? Danielle, go ahead and finish this up.
Hi, Buddy. Just want to check to see if you heard anything about Freeland's start yesterday.
Kyle threw 66 pitches in 4 innings. He came out of it fine. His stuff was Kyle-like, fastball 90, low 90s. He used all 4 pitches, felt fine, felt good today. He'll pitch again on Thursday. We'll up the pitch count, but he threw the ball well from our reports. We were sent a video, so I watched it this morning, and it looked fine. So he's progressing, and that's a good sign for us and for Kyle, obviously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Buddy.
Is that it? Any more questions?
I got one more from Dwayne, actually. Dwayne, go ahead.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Hey, buddy, could you talk about Sensa's performance today?
Yeah, I thought he threw the ball extremely well. And I thought he did something, especially as the game moved on, Dwayne, the separation of velocities, from, I think his last pitch of the game, the ground ball to short was 94, 95 miles an hour. And there were pitches in the low 70s. that slow curveball. So the variance of the velocities is something that, or that grade of variance in the velocities is something we haven't seen from Sensa. He had a good feel for his curveball, and I think he just kept taking a little bit extra off it to create that separation. I think you saw some red sitters out front of the off speed, and then when he threw the fastball in there, as an example of that last out, it beat their bat. So again, I don't think he was quite as sharp as we've seen him at times, but that's pitching. If you go out there 33, 34 times, you're not going to be sharp every single time. There's going to be games like today where you bob and weave your way through the game and make pitches, and here it is, you won 7 innings, threw under 100 pitches and gave up 1 run. The walk total, I think he had 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, hit a guy or two guys. Again, not overly sharp and not his best stuff, but he pitched, and that's what I told him. So I think it was a great lesson today for Sensa. Maybe when he doesn't have his best stuff, he goes through 7 innings and gives up 1 run against a good offensive team. Okay, thanks.